a little taste. We're going to go back in time and back in space to the old country, to Norway, in the middle of the 1800s. And we're going to be in the middle of winter. So let's imagine that it's night and there are deep snowdrifts outside. And the reason why it's so warm in here is because the stove is burning hot. It's keeping us warm here. And it's a little family cabin and everyone is gathered for a little family celebration and all the relatives are here. And a visiting fiddler from the other farm is here and he is playing far into the night. And everyone is being spellbound by these tunes, and then stories are starting to come out, and people are in the dark night, and with the stars twinkling on the snow, and people are talking about the tales of the underworld people, the underground folk, and the supernatural creatures, and the fiddle music creates a spell on everyone in the audience as they sit in this little room, just like this. This is the way I really love to be with my audience, with our audiences, so that you can get a feeling of what it was really like in the old days, where it's a very personal music about people's personal lives and experiences and about things that they might have seen or done, or about lost love, and about the supernatural that was always sort of there in the background. Even though they were Christian, there was still a little bit of the, you never were sure if there weren't the little leprechauns, the Tusfolk, or the trolls, or they might be out there really, so you were always thinking about them. So people would tell stories about, for example, Brynjolf Olsen, an old famous fiddler from the middle of the 1700s, and he had gone out looking for his lost steer, his lost cattle, and he searched and couldn't find them, and it began to be night, and he got tired, and he laid down on top of a mound. And mounds in Norway are not just ordinary lumps of earth. They have connections with the underworld people, the underground people. That could be where they might live. Please come in. And so he lay down on this mound and he fell asleep. And then suddenly he saw a beautiful woman standing in front of him with long blonde hair and beautiful clothes hung with jewels and gold. And she was so beautiful, and she sang in this amazing voice, it's crystal clear, like a bell. And she sang to him, "So shall you play, Brynjolf Olsen, when you come home to your wife and your children. And over on the other side of this little mountain, you'll find your stute, your cattle." And then he suddenly woke up and realized it had been a dream. But he did remember the melody, and he couldn't believe that he had seen such a beautiful woman in nature. And then he realized it was not a human woman. It had to have been one of the older women that came to him. And she sang, and he remembered that melody, and then he went home. That's one of the oldest tunes that we know of from Telemark. It dates back to the 1700s, and people still play it today, and it's called Haugelot, the tune from the hill.
Because it has a pulse or an undercurrent. So that's all I'll say about that. But it's usually just for 4-line poems. I mean, just these inspired little pearls, and then you can string together more pearls. But they're pretty much complete unto themselves, and that's something very particular to sings.
Yeah, and I think I found that a lot of the words in these songs have double meanings, and they're allegorical, or you have to think about what it might really mean. So.
Påskøygjerde av livet mitt, når dagen vil ikke tro deg. Gang av skog og bloderøy, og hyre på fuglehodet. What shall I do with the rest of my life when the days seem to lose their meaning? Walk in woods and touch the leaves and listen to birds a-singing. Sorgene og sykdomme, den tror jeg om du får. Jeg er aller gladeste når det gjenger meg mest imot. All my sorrows and woes